All right, everybody. All right, let's go. Come on. The dance-off is on between Nader and Chantal. Thank you, just saying how this video made me laugh. See, I'm dancing too. I'm sitting in my chair dancing because, this is my culture here. But we don't dance like Chantal, that belly turning thing. And Nader dances like he's way too much on the happy drugs or something. Go Chantal, this is like the most exercise you're gonna get. Okay guys, I think we had enough, didn't we? Oh my gosh. Oh, look at him with the bread. Oh Jesus. Alright guys, I think it's enough. You guessed it guys. We're gonna take a look at the reaction that RFD did. Oh, not reaction, I'm sorry. He did I guess they call it a panel. And he had Foodie Beauty on there. I always don't know how to say this channel's name right. Onision or something like that. I know I'm not getting it right. And Katie joined in on this video as well. I have to say, I know not everybody is a huge fan of Katie, Miss Effin' Drama. I thought she was pin on everything. I thank her over and over again. I even sent her a message on Instagram just to let her know that I think it was well deserved. I think it was the right thing to do. I think that she did something that many people say they would like to do but never do, and that's confront her about her lies. So I also have up the video that she made, End of BEEZIN. I'm actually surprised that she left that video up because that's when she's kind of having this emotional yo-yoing. But I guess at this point, considering that she knows she can't do anything about RFD's video being up, it really doesn't matter if that reaction was to stay. I mean, I don't understand why she deletes the videos because it always shows up somewhere, right? Somebody's always sitting there recording this stuff to document it. So she could make money off of these videos. Like, I can't wrap my head. Okay, I get it if it's something controversial and she's afraid that YouTube is going to, she's flashed or something like that. I get that. Totally understand it. But she does delete videos where there is nothing terribly wrong with them. I mean, there's no nudity, anything like that. She might just be saying some stuff that's, unnerving. But she loses out on a lot of money and she complains about reaction channels and all these things, posting her videos and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, well, if you kept your videos up, nobody would feel a need to go recording your videos constantly. That's what this comes down to. But I do want to give big kudos to Miss Effin. I gotta watch my language. It's YouTube. Miss Effin, wonderful. She was like pin on. I know she's kind of rough, and I am too. So like, I get her. I definitely think he's pretty good at making her uncomfortable. That's for sure. But nothing like Katie. Katie really, she's good. She's good.
I heard from some random person who gets paid extra money to be dramatic that you started a cult. Are you in a
I love his reaction, right? He looks down, she pulls the wig off, and here we go.
cult, real
Oh
stream?
my! Oh wait! Oh, why'd you take the wig off?
Well, because I don't want to wear my fucking wig. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
All right. Once all right.
You're not sorry.
So
So this is where this, I guess, Christopher character comes into the show. I'm not quite sure anything about him, so let's see.
you're single at all?
Once again, if I wanted to share that, I would.
Damn, you were tough. You are a tough one to crack.
Smart.
You know that? Yeah, you are. You're smart.
Yeah.
I share too
Okay.
much. I share too much of my life.
do.
That's my problem. That's
So
for
are you
sure.
gonna have Nader come on? By the way.
Well, he apparently went live on his own channel. So
What?
yeah.
Oh my god.
So as you watch this video, you can see her turning towards the doorway or some part of the room, and I can't help but think that Nader is there. Um, and likely he is, and he's probably coaching her from behind there because you could tell she feels very uncomfortable, like someone's in the room.
I don't know if
So,
this relationship with you and Onision would ever work out because you smoke a lot of weed. I don't know if that'd work out. Like,
well, I don't want to smoke a lot of weed. I'm just trying to deal with a lot of shit in my life right
I like when she says, "I don't want to smoke a lot of weed anymore, but I'm dealing with a lot of shit in my life." So when you're dealing with a lot of shit in your life, the best thing to do is not smoke so much weed, because what it does is, okay, I don't care what anybody says, weed makes you lazy. Okay, so weed makes you lazy. Okay, and that's fine. I love weed. Okay, I'm not down in it at all, but she smokes way too much of it, and it makes her lazy.
is he talk? Are you talking about Foodie right now? Are you saying? Are you talking about her channel or?
So he was making this on Zion was making this remarks about channels that rely a lot on drama, that it's really not the way to go. I don't know if I agree or disagree with that. I would have to have more of a conversation to dive deeper into what he's thinking. But right now, that's what they're getting into. He now has asked her, RSN has asked Chantal, do you think this is about your channel? Is this about Foodie Beauty?
I don't know. I'm
What do you
talking
think
about.
about?
See, he's being very vague. He's saying, I don't know, but I think he's definitely, definitely pointing us in the direction of Foodie Beauty. Why else would you bring it up? The only person right now on this panel with the most drama is Foodie Beauty.
Like you guys didn't really tell me much about foodie, so
Yeah, I want to know how you haven't.
Hi,
I'm lost.
nice to meet you.
Can you bring him up to speed on what you've been doing lately? Like what's been going on in your life, right? By the way,
So
what
from the
happened with that
person,
video? You deleted that video. Why? Why did you delete that video you just uploaded? What happened?
And when he asked this question, like, why did you delete that video? And look at her eye. Wait. Look at her eyes. They're like way up there. She's rolling her eyes because she's like, ah, freaking hell. They're bringing this up again. They're going to talk about this damn video. They're going to ask me why I deleted it.
because I didn't want to make Natter jealous.
So she's looking over on the side. I can tell you he's probably like laying on the bed or something.
What do you mean?
Because I talked about meeting up with that guy last night.
Well, what happened?
So he asks her, what happened on this date that you supposedly went on last night that you don't want Nader to be jealous about?
Can you explain like what happened behind the scenes that made you want to delete it? Just it can't be just that.
Yeah, there's well again like there's stuff. I don't want to talk too much about it because I did talk to Natter recently and
She talked to Nader recently. Yeah, he's probably like in the room with you. Like recently, you probably mean like a minute ago.
I have a big mouth and he's very private
No.
and I've said that millions of times. So like things that are like between us going on behind the scenes, I don't really want to talk about.
But here's the problem with this is Chantal, even though she'll sit here and say that she doesn't want to talk about it, she will continuously bring it up and talk about it. Why? If you imagine yourself, imagine you dedicating at minimum 6 hours a day on live YouTube. You've got hundreds, if not thousands, of people watching you, hundreds chatting with you. What are you going to talk about day after day after day? What could you possibly talk about? You're going to start running your mouth. You're going to start saying stuff you shouldn't say. And Chantal, we know, is notorious for that. She does not know how to put the plug in her mouth and stop.
Right now.
Can I say what I saw? What I saw was you made a video where you admitted that you lied about Natter.
This isn't the first time that Chantal has said she lied about the Nader situation. This is not. I know this was definitely something that has happened before. How many times did she say that she was being in an abusive situation, in a DV situation? How many times did she say that? And then she backpedaled out of it when they made up and they were back together. So then at that point she would say, what? Well, I exaggerated. I may have made up some of it. I was angry at him, so I wanted to get back at him. Do you guys remember that? That was common. That's very common in our history. So this isn't the first time. This doesn't surprise me at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And you admitted that that there was never any sexual assault claim, right?
All right. I said yeah. So it's tricky with that. So yeah.
Everything is tricky to her. This is not tricky. This is one of the most black and white things, right? You either did it or you didn't. Either the charges were filed or they weren't filed. Either that event happened or it didn't happen. Like there's no, in a situation like this where you've actually went to a police station and filed charges against someone and then you turned around and made a video saying that it was all made up, it was all lies, and that you'd put false charges, you're going to find yourself in court. I mean, that is, I 100% was with Miss Effin Wonderful. I was 100% with her when she was talking to Chantal. That is absolutely unacceptable. But the thing is, we knew this before because she has told us before that she lied. Then she forward pedaled and was like, "Oh yes, he did abuse me." Then she backpedaled. "Oh no, I exaggerated." Then she's done this before. This is not the first time, But again, I know Katie had said that she doesn't really watch Foodie Beauty or didn't watch Foodie Beauty, so she wouldn't have known that much. Fast forward to when Katie comes on, because then I want to move on to the end of BEEZIN video, which she put up after this.
Yes, there are some things. There were a lot of things that were reported, and a lot of shit happened between us in the past year, and some of it, yeah, like some of it. I don't really know what I want to talk about. Like, I don't know how I want to say it, like, without saying it.
And here's the problem. Because you've already said this stuff out in public, you're sitting here now saying, I don't want to talk about it. And you know, as you're sitting here laughing as you're saying it, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. That this is crazy.
You know what I mean? So I don't know,
and that's the other thing. We don't know what she means. Most of us have no clue what the hell she's talking about because she never finishes a thought.
I said yes, like whenever someone said basically you lied, and I said, well, no, and then I said, well, yes. It's complicated. It's not just like black and white. Well, it's not like
it's really not that complicated though.
Exactly.
It's either happened or it didn't.
Exactly. 100% RFD. I agree with you 100%. This is black and white. There is no, well, it kind of happened, or well, no, it really didn't happen. I mean, this is definitely, it either happened or it didn't happen.
Right?
Yeah. But that's personal, like something sexual between us. That's why I can't really talk about it.
You did just make a video about it.
There was something that happened, but it's like, yeah, I wouldn't.
So do you think that he has this long fantasy of being a actual dom or master in the BDSM community, and she being so inexperienced? Trust me, she's not sexually experienced. Being so sexually inexperienced, doesn't even know that she should, because you will hear later on in the video, hopefully I won't skip that part, but it is in one part she talks about the whole dom thing, and that and then he asks her if they have a safe word. Now, I respect people who don't have safe words. I mean, there are people who are in very, very close relationships and that trust is there, but never would that be recommended to somebody who is completely inexperienced. I mean, that could be dangerous. If she is in a situation and she doesn't have a word to get herself out of it, you know, he could end up hurting her and not even realizing he's hurting her. Um, depending on what type of activities they're doing. Okay, I've done my rant.
No, I wouldn't say that he sexually assaulted me. Like, now looking back and everything, like, no, I'm gonna say.
So I thought the charges that she filed had to do with abuse, period. It wasn't, I didn't know about the sexual abuse part. I didn't, I must have missed that somewhere. But I thought that was for the general abuse. The punching, the choking, the strangling, the kicking. Oh, and let us not forget when he kicked BBJ and scared the crap out of the cat, screaming through the house. Probably caused Pete to have a nervous breakdown. Okay.
That officially, yes, I am. No, not
So
sexually.
officially, that didn't happen.
Yes. I'm not saying that we were not abusive to each other, because yes, and on camera we were fully fucking abusive to each other. Like, he
guys
told me to shut up and leave, and then got up and
being toxic.
Yeah, like, just really. I mean, it was all on camera. So
Okay, yeah, they're both toxic. Okay, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they kind of are fabricating parts of this. Like, they're all just in it together, the cahoots to make money. I mean, in the end, it's probably all about the money.
So, like, everyone, it's not a secret. But I would say sometimes sexually I would be very uncomfortable with certain things he wanted.
Okay, so if you're uncomfortable, then that conversation needs to happen between the both of you. And if you're unable to have a good conversation about the sexual activity that's going on between the both of you, then yes, that would be in the category of abuse. Because if you're speaking and saying, I'm uncomfortable with this, and let's maybe try it this way, and he can't accept that and follow through with that to make sure that you feel safe, he's no man. Okay, this guy's no man. This is not a man. A real man wouldn't put a woman in this position. But then again, she's another, off the charts, right? She's toxic herself. She's a whole cluster F mess.
To do, and that's basically where the gray area is, and that's all I'm gonna say. But that's because, like, we don't communicate well. Like, he's very more risque in the bedroom than I am. He's more of a dom than me, and
So you can tell she knows nothing about the BDSM community. She goes, he's more of a dom than me. Well, that would be very awkward. If you ask anybody in that lifestyle, they're going to tell you two doms together would be quite a scene. I don't think that would even work. So usually you're going to see a dom with a submissive, a master with a slave. Like, come on, Chantal, learn the terminology.
I just.
Did you guys have like a safe word or something?
Yeah, here we go. This is a safe word.
No, because I'm
Look,
like
she's
trying.
laughing.
Like, I'm not really like. I don't know.
See, she doesn't know.
No safe word was needed. No,
she doesn't.
You guys should make a safe word. You guys should do a safe word.
No, yeah, I just knee in the gut when I just. No, I'm just joking.
What the? Oh my god.
Oh my
so yeah,
god.
so that's what's going.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop this here, and we're gonna kind of move on to a little bit of Foodie Beauty's video. Then we're gonna come back and check out Katie.
Since I started earlier, I can't stop. It's like the waterworks are on. But...
Now I'm going to tell you why the waterworks are on. I can almost guarantee that she is crying because she got called out and she couldn't run away from it. It is the most awful feeling for someone like her when you're confronted, like literally. I mean, okay, it wasn't face to face, but it was as close to face as you can get in a confrontation. That she couldn't, you could see, and when we watch the whole thing, you're going to see she cannot handle confrontation. She actually gets very defensive. She doesn't put a point out or a side out, rather she gets defensive. So if she wants to be better at confrontation, she has to know how to put her point out and how she herself defend herself. She definitely doesn't defend herself. She gets all like flustered and then she starts breathing heavy, like the anxiety's kicking in, because She probably at a young age used that tool, the breathing heavy, having the chest going in and out, causing herself to get anxious, tearing up, you know, she probably used a lot of that to manipulate her family when she was young, and that's something that has continued on into her adult life.
No, no,
All right, don't get
no,
angry at the
Sam.
cat. Cat
No,
didn't do
Sam.
anything.
No, Sam, you can't come up right now, Sam.
Aw. See, and the cat can probably tell that she's upset and wants to comfort her. Poor thing. Let him up.
No, I'm not embarrassed. For what?
Yeah, no, she's not embarrassed. Wait, Chantal. Chantal embarrassed. Could you imagine? That's the day. When I see her embarrassed, that will be the day.
I think I'm gonna like stop beezing. Plain cheeseburgers.
So she thinks she's going to stop beezing, which we all know this isn't going to happen. And the reason why she's saying that is, again, because she was stoned out of her mind. She couldn't keep a handle on herself during that whole panel discussion. And it is so frustrating to her that she did not have control. She was out of control. They had the control. She did not have control of the situation. And she's used to being in control, right? If she doesn't like you, what does she do? Delete, 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 block, block, block. That's what she does. In that panel, she was not in control. She could not do anything or manipulate anything. And that just has her so frustrated right now. Because how dare that happen? That Chantal is not in control.
And just do recorded content.
Oh, stop.
Because
Stop with the alligator tears.
it's not fun anymore. No.
Be
It's
nice
not
to the
fun
cat.
anymore. Like for me, it's just not like
Yeah, it's not fun being confronted with the truth, is it, Chantal? It's really hard. I know. We've all probably could say we've been there. Where you've been confronted and you're just like totally flustered because you didn't see it coming. See, she could have seen this coming, but she's in such a denial all the time.
hey, like
She's
I think
rubbing
it'll
off
just
on
be
me.
like better for my mental health that I don't have to like, you know,
You know, I don't have to like.
okay, I really want to block people. Like I
Okay, she said, really want to, I really want to block people. Yeah, like we knew this was going to turn into a blocking
seriously
session.
do.
Oh, and I got my pencil and
I don't
my
want to talk
notepad.
about it. That's the fucking whole thing. I felt like I was being forced. I'm not going on that panel ever again because
I don't know why she would feel forced. I mean, it would just be a matter of hitting end call and you'd have been done with it. So there was no forced. So you can get that idea out of your head. You were not forced. You have choice in life. Just because you're not in control of the situation doesn't mean that choice was taken away from you. It's because you didn't exercise it.
I feel like I was like forced to talk about it. Like kept being asked over and over. And I thought we were just I don't know. Like I thought
You can't handle it. You can't handle somebody pounding you with a question and being strong enough to not have to answer that. I mean, you could find a humorous way around it. You could change the subject. There's a lot of things you could have done instead of allowed yourself to get so frustrated.
we were gonna talk about Onision. I don't know. I just at one point I just felt really emotional and just like not good. Like I don't think I don't
Okay.
know. Personally,
So,
I don't think MFW, like I don't really think she's a good person after hearing her tonight. Like
wow. Wow. MFW, did you hear that? That's what I'm going to call her. MFW. That's easier to remember. MFW equals Miss Effin Wonderful. Okay. See, I always have my notepad. I have my pencil. I'm not gonna. I want to sharpen it, but I'm not gonna sharpen it. I'm not gonna do a Chantal and annoy you all. So I am reading in my notes that this is what, a couple of days ago. I have to check the date. But yeah, I think it was yesterday. It was one day ago. Day ago. And this video, she is doing the blocking. So I have added blocking to the notes.
Like with how she was with Rich Life, like just calling him ugly and like I don't know, and just like
as if Chantal has never done that. Didn't she call Yaba some names? I mean, please. I think she's said stuff about French Fried Girl, FFG. Um, I mean, I've heard her say stuff about a lot of people about their appearance and them being ugly and all this stuff. So I don't know what she's talking about. That just makes no sense.
like shooting her mouth, like no,
And you don't shoot your mouth?
sorry.
Chantal, you don't like it because you were confronted with the truth, the raw truth, and you couldn't back out of it. You didn't have what it took. You didn't have, well, you don't have true grit, right? We know that. You didn't have that strength to stand yourself up and own up to what you have said and done. And said, you know what? You're right. You're right. I did fuck up. I am a fuck up for pressing charges that were not true, where I could have potentially ruined the life of another individual for the rest of their life. I mean, stuff like this it can damage a person, not just in life, but psychologically. I mean, you can really damage somebody. And this happens way too often. Don't ever make false claims against somebody, in particular abuse. It's no joke. What she did was wrong because you know what? For every time she's done that, there's 100 women that are truly, or men even, that are being truly abused who are not being believed because of people like her. That's the point. That's what's wrong with Chantal. She has no level of empathy. She has no level of conscience. She'll never own up to what she is and what she's done. It is so much more. And I think MFW brought this up. When you finally get to the point where you face who you are, like you really face who you are, and you get raw with it, and you come to peace with it, it is such a great feeling. Like you feel free, but you feel better because you can say when somebody says, you know, when you say that, it can be really hurtful. And you can look at yourself and go, you know what, you're right, the way I said that. Yeah, that could be taken in a hurtful way. Like, I can sit there and agree because you're right. But when you're not true to yourself like she is and you're living in this constant denial, nobody's right. Only you are right. You see things only through your own eyes. You don't know what it means to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
I'm gonna block people actually
Because
I'm protecting myself from now on.
Oh, poor baby. You're protecting yourself.
Hi, Veronica. All of these subjects that I don't think that they're subjects that should just be fucking casually brought up on panel. To begin with, like they're not something I probably should have talked about, but I was emotional and really fucked up.
That is no excuse. Just because you're feeling emotional and you outburst or you say things that are inappropriate, it's not an excuse for the behavior. The whole point is people want you to own up to it. You know, you've done it. Say yes, you know, absolutely, I've done it, and I'm going to make it right. I'm going to set my life in a better direction, or at least I'm aware that I've done it.
And yeah, I use my platform to vent about stuff. But, oh well.
It's not an excuse, though. It's kind of like when she did the Cuba Bees. That's kind of where I ended watching her because I was like, oh, I need a break. The Cuba Bees was just off the charts. I mean, I think everybody would agree with that. That was just really wild. She right away turned to, I had a bottle of rum and I had this many drinks, and who cares? That's still no excuse. Not everyone who gets drunk says the things you do and does the things you do. She's acting like it's okay. The alcohol, it altered me. So I didn't know what I was saying or doing. I'm going to think that she did know what she was saying and doing because you can see it in her face when people start to confront her about it or question her about it. You can see a reaction in her. And that reaction tells me that she very well knows what she said and did. But she genuinely doesn't care. She really doesn't. Anything that she does, even when she talks to her members cruelly, like she does sometimes, she's not a nice person. She really isn't a nice person.
I don't need people here fucking shaming me every day for shit. I'm tired of it. I'm like at my wit's end. I don't care if you call me weak, if you call me a fucking pussy, a coward, whatever. I'm
You are a
done. I'm a
coward.
fucking human and I've had enough harassment right now.
Look at her.
Like,
Look at
I've
her.
had enough. So please fucking stop.
Yeah.
Leave me the fuck alone to live my life and deal with this shit, okay? If you fucking hate me and you're sick of it, fuck off. Like, I don't know what you don't get about that.
It has nothing to do with love or hate, like, dislike. It has to do with the fact that you lied. I mean, look, when it comes down to the false allegations, I cannot think of one excuse that could be justifiable in that. The fact that you lied about someone doing something physical to you or even mental to you, it upsets an entire group of people that watch you. I mean, you're like, you have to come with a trigger warning because a lot of people would be traumatized watching you.
I'm blocking people. Anybody mentioning anything to do with Natter, blocked. Billie Jean, goodbye. Who else? I don't.
Jean,
can you
goodbye.
not, like, I'm fucking at my wit's end. Like, can you not see that? I don't want to talk about it. Like, at all.
Okay.
I'm taking my channel back.
Okay, so the comments refresh, so I'm able to see some of the comments, and it looks like Kit Kat wrote, "You looked hella uncomfortable. I don't know why you answered the questions anyway. You're an adult." Sofa King wrote, "RSN is an opportunist. He wanted you to talk for views. He wanted your tears for views." Oh, please stop, Sofa King. Let's see, Abby wrote, "You could have left the panel at any time. Why'd you stay?" Absolutely, Abby. I agree with that. She could have simply just said, disconnect. Let's see. AMC wrote to Kit Kat, she shouldn't be here. She missed the exit for FFG's channel. I don't know what that means. Okay. Those people are so rude towards you. That was from Bouquet. Let's see. Willow Sounds. You went on there acting like you and Nader were fine and nothing happened. She did. She did act like as if nothing happened. But again, that's what gaslighting, isn't that what they call that? I could tell how uncomfortable you were. It was hard to watch, Amelia. Let's see. That's how they get views. It's a ruse. No. I mean, look, yeah, I mean, sure, of course they want the views. But, she could have, it's not their fault. She could have backed at it. She could have just hit disconnect. Blank space for, did you think they were including you to talk about healthy eating? Oh my God. Oh, one time we don't want to talk. Okay, Faith H. You should be able to say one time you don't want to talk about, and it's dropped. Peeps need to chill. No, that's not how it works. You don't get information out of people by just asking them once. It's not how it works. If people are lying, you have to be persistent. And in Worm Sheriff, we told you RSN was exploiting you and you're not mentally stable. we know she's not mentally stable. Of course, RSN or any channel is probably going to take advantage of the fact that Chantal would even come on their channel and participate. That's probably a really big deal for their channel. I don't even know if any reaction channels would extend that type of offer. I definitely would. I think it would be interesting to do an interview, but I would conduct it as an interview. I would not. She would get some of the questions ahead of time, and then she would get audience questions ahead of time. I would poll for questions, see what the top ones were. You know, I would make it more like an actual interview, just because that's how I am. That's how I approach things. But yeah, I don't know. I would be interested to see other reaction channels do interviews with her. And I'm not talking like attack interviews, but like, actually ask questions back and forth. All right, let's see.
Yeah, you don't have to be here. She's an opportunist just like everyone else, I'm sure. And you, 3-day old,
you are
you can
too.
go. Goodbye.
You are too.
It was full-on bullying. All of those reaction channels are bullying, glorified bullying. All of them. All of them. Most of them, anyway.
All right, guys. Intermission time. I had to take a break. Come on, guys. Get up and dance. Alright. That's enough. Oh gosh, it was getting so serious. I needed to take a break. Okay. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna like move it to another part. Okay, so in this part, she is going to be addressing a person, Random Shorts, who made the comment. You don't have to talk about it, but telling us you will not talk about it because you want to be friends with the man you claim to SA you is what I have a problem with. So let's see what she's going to say.
Want to be friends with a man I claimed SA'd, okay? Well,
let's hear it.
A lot of shit happened after that, and you're not going to know what happened, but yes, we're okay now.
Okay, so she didn't deny it, right? She says some things happened, but we're okay now. So is that saying the abuse actually did happen and she decided to let it go? Okay, so I finally found the part where MFW comes in. So this is definitely interesting. I did watch this morning before work, and I thought it was really good.
Listen, MFW, May Anderson is this woman who she claims that, I don't know the story behind it for real, but she claims that Natter assaulted her. Okay, but listen, Chantal says that she's just trying to get clout. So
well,
I want to know more about this.
No. He's been out here assaulting other people. Didn't he assault you too, Foodie?
Well, wait a second. That's another thing.
This woman the next day wrote to him saying she was what was the word I just said earlier in the fucking DM that she sent him? She's like, this is not just about your rejection. I knew you wouldn't call me. This isn't just about your rejection of me, but I'm going to get you. I'm an American and they'll believe me and all this other shit. Like, we have all the DMs. So I'm totally not, like, I don't know. If I were him, I wouldn't be worried, but it's not my case. And she's like, I'm going to call the police if you don't stop talking about me. Freedom.
I don't understand why she even got herself involved. Do you remember? Okay, so I'm going to add to my notes. So I added to my notes with May that claims that an assault happened with Nader, and an offshot that with Foodie Beauty claims that it's clout chasing and not actual SA. So, and that's interesting, right? So this woman claims the SA, and now Chantal apparently was claiming SA. Wonder what connection there is there. Maybe she didn't like that May getting attention and she wanted to claim the same thing for her own attention. That could be possible, but I don't know enough to determine that. All right, so I got that down. Let's move on.
Freedom of speech, bitch. What are you going to do?
All right, so I knew you probably missed this today too, Katie. Like, Chantal made a video earlier. She deleted it. She said she admitted that the claim
Okay, so this is where it gets wild. Katie gives it to her hard.
against Natter were false. Okay?
What claims?
That she made against Natter herself.
I don't know. Okay, it's not that I
You
don't see the
motherfucker!
situation.
You lied on that
Listen,
like that?
no. This is why I don't want to fucking talk about it. Because when I say something, people run with, you
Okay,
fucking
well,
lied about it.
okay,
No,
go ahead,
what
explain it,
happened
go
Go,
is
Katie, go.
a situation, private situation between Natter and I don't want
Okay, so I'm going to add another row here on RFW. Chantal. Okay, claims it's complicated about the abuse and the false claim. False claim. All right, my chart's getting bigger, guys.
to fucking talk about. And I'm not talking about it. Happened.
She keeps saying that she doesn't want to talk about it, yet she continuously talks about it on here, on her videos.
And it was a situation that made me uncomfortable because we don't communicate well and this tack and all this other shit. Anyways, so no, I don't.
Yeah, it's really healthy to be in a supposed BDSM type relationship with someone who's an awful communicator, especially if he's a dom. That's just beautiful. It's a perfect man right there.
I don't see it as that he was trying to assault me, but it was something at the time like that. I don't know. I wasn't sure.
Now you're sticking up for him because the fucking organs
Yep.
dropped.
Yep.
You're in love with them, and at the time you were pissed
Amen,
and you blew
sister.
it up.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, that is shitty. You can't be doing that shit.
Yeah, amen.
This is why people
Amen.
get bad names for that.
That's right.
Okay, look. Everything I said, I can't talk about it. I'm not saying anything else. Fuck
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
I'm not talking
Why? You made a video, dude.
No, because you guys are not. No, because I'm not telling the truth. That's all I'm gonna say.
So the video wasn't the truth.
I can't talk about it. Period.
All right. Well, I wasn't trying to make you mad. See, this is what. Ah, damn.
No, I know what they're saying. That's why.
Okay.
You're never gonna know. You're never gonna know the truth ever.
We already
Because
know.
I'm trying to have a friendship with Natter, and we worked it out behind the scenes.
Can we get him up here? What is he doing?
Do you see her? She's looking over. He has to be in there. He has to be in there. So I'm going to add to the notes that Nader is likely there at her palace. Okay, let's go move on.
What are you doing, Natter? Get up here! Oh my god.
But we're trying to work. How
Okay, so the whole cluster F of them trying to get this man on the live was just like, yeah, skip through it if you end up watching the video. It was ridiculous.
am I gonna like? How it's true. How am I gonna try to have a friendship or whatever with him, and shit talk him and accuse him of shit? Like that's private between us. Like behind the
but
scenes.
you went, but that wasn't a concern when you were fucking saying he assaulted me.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking
Yeah.
like this when that was all going down. Now you're trying to take, dude, don't even try because I know what you're doing. You're trying to cover your ass.
Yep.
So I'm
No,
sure
I'm not
there's
trying to cover my ass.
somewhere,
I'm trying to
but
make
you
it private
can't
again.
fucking
I'm
lie
trying to
about it.
make it private. I don't
Well,
want to
now
talk
you want to
about it.
make it private, yeah, because you look like
Yeah.
an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know
Exactly.
the details. You don't know the fucking
You
details.
go, Katie.
You don't know the details.
I
You're
don't
choosing
know the
something you
details.
don't
You
know.
have ass details and want everyone to assume.
Don't
And then when we want
give it.
answers, you do
Because I
this
don't
don't want
bullshit.
to. I don't want to talk about it.
Exactly. So she
Of
said.
course you don't know.
So she said, when we want she says all this stuff, and when you want the answers, you can't get the answers out of her. She talks about it, but then when you want the answers, she doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
Now that's
So
that's
when you
cheating
call me an
shit, though.
asshole,
You
when you
can't
don't
start
know,
to tell a
when you
story
don't
and then
know
back
the
out.
details, are you just gonna talk over me or what?
No,
All
I
right.
guess I'll just let you talk the whole time. All right, go ahead.
So why am I an asshole when you don't know the details then?
Well, why am I not why am I an asshole? Because I know what everybody else knows that you supposedly
So
got
why am I
sexually
an asshole when
assaulted.
nobody
And
knows the
when you
details?
wanted,
Nobody, something happened between Natter and I.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about what happened because I don't want to make him look bad. I don't want to I want to make the situation go away.
Yeah, but see, that's not going to work. When she says she wants this situation to go away, that's not how it works. You're not going to just poof make this situation go away. When you put it out there, it exists.
Publicly.
It can't happen
And
though because you made it public.
yes,
Once
it
you make
can.
it public,
Yes,
You
it
made
can.
it public though.
No,
Once
it
you-
won't go away publicly, but people will speculate what they want. Fine. Whatever.
So why not just like get it all out?
Yeah.
No,
Even
if
because
you
I'm
look
like an
trying to have
asshole,
a
get it
relationship
out.
with him, and it's private. I don't want to. I'm gonna have relationships with Nader and like fucking like talk about our private shit like that, like shit
But
that
you
happens
already
to us that we're
have.
trying to bury. That's why we went to
Look,
the
I
hotel.
totally understand you're
It's
trying to bury
nobody's
it, but the
business.
thing is, like, you guys made it public, so it's no longer. It can't be anymore. It's impossible.
But I forever owe you my personal information
no,
regarding.
Nobody's saying that you owe somebody all your personal information because you've disclosed information that was private about your life. It's just simply that you bring it up over and over and over again, and then when people ask you or question you about it, you immediately don't want to talk about it. So that again is probably a manipulation tool, and also the fact that you want to be in control. If you were to allow that dialogue to happen, that would mean you would relinquish your control. It leaves you in control when you say, I just want it to go away, I want to forget about it, and I don't want to talk about it. That's just you trying to control the narrative, trying to control the immediate situation that you're in.
I'm not saying you owe me anything. I don't like.
No,
I don't care.
anybody. So I forever owe everybody
No.
my right as a
That's
person.
not, no,
in my
don't
personal life. If I want to shut up,
dude. Don't go there.
if I
Yeah.
want to
You
shut
don't
up,
do
any day I want to shut up, I have a fucking right to do that.
Okay.
If I
Okay,
want to tell you something and the next day I don't want to tell you the details, I have a fucking right to do that. What information do I owe you?
Katie,
You don't
well,
have to.
Nobody's saying you do, but when you put out videos and then delete them and shit,
Yes,
and then when
yes.
we're just trying to clear up the story.
Yes, that's the issue, right? So she puts out a video saying she lied. I'm writing this down, okay? Deletes it. When questioned, none of that exists. She does not want to talk about it. To talk. Okay.
And you're even getting defensive with us, who clearly are
Because
not
you're
against
a fucking
you.
asshole and you don't know the details. That's why.
Because you won't get the
You're
fucking
making up
details.
facts yourself. And I didn't
You're
fucking
not
make up
talking
facts
about the
yourself.
details. You're giving a half-ass story.
Yeah.
How
I
do you,
don't-
how
I
can you
don't-
expect me not to come off like this and ask questions when you tell
Well,
some
don't be an asshole without even knowing the details. Like, you're a fucking asshole for doing that. Doing what? You don't even know what happened.
Look, she can't even look in the
just
camera.
want the truth to come out, and that way you don't have to worry about
That's
it
why I'm
anymore.
asking you,
It's going to
Santo.
get the truth right now, so.
Man, that's like
Wow.
I said. Well, listen, we're here. We're on your side. We want the best for you.
I
you
know, but like I'm not going to talk about incriminating shit anymore publicly when somebody I care about and have feelings for, which you don't understand because you don't.
But the point is they're telling you stop making videos about it and then deleting it and pretending that that video never happened, because it did happen and you did talk about it and you continue to talk about it. Just because you delete it and put the video on private doesn't mean that the conversation disappears. It still was there. There's like this disconnect in her. Like, she doesn't understand that just because you've put a video away out of public view doesn't mean that it never happened.
Is at stake here, so I don't want to do it.
So you're not going to be
Okay.
talking about this in the future, then?
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. Maybe I don't.
I'm so bummed. We're hitting an hour, and I don't like going further than an hour because I feel like it's too long for you guys. But I really want to kind of try to get through. It shouldn't be that much longer.
No, but no, right now, no, I can't. Like it's just like it's
Alright,
so
we're gonna
tough. Like
move a
I
little
need
bit.
to try to like explain it and like try
But
to
you
make
don't
it
now,
fair
20
for
minutes
both
later.
sides. I'm trying to make us both like not to like have a happy existence going forward on YouTube. You know what I mean? And people will say, "Oh, that's not possible." Well, don't fucking watch us then. Like, why? Just because you don't like us, why?
Do you notice how she's now included them in her bucket? So they're all the dysfunctional ones So yeah, okay, I get it. So she wants to bucket everybody, all the people in the panel. Now they're all just like her. Well, they're not. They're all their own individual.
I do like. Why do I have to put up with your shit every day just because you don't like me? Just fucking change the fucking.
I don't know because we had to put up with your shit every day,
You know what I mean? Like I don't get it.
multiple times
Well,
a day.
can you call him so we can try to figure out what's going on here?
No, I can't call him. I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay, that's right. Forgot about that.
Oh God, here we go. We're trying to.
I don't know if
connect
any of
him in.
Lee has him on Messenger.
It's sad, man. I want, because I know you went to the police station again, and you retracted it and everything like that, and you retracted your claim to the station. And I remember you called the police, and you know, are you aware of that, Katie? Were you on that stream? No, I don't think you were.
I heard about it.
You heard about
I
it, right?
wasn't there for it. I heard about it
Okay.
and talked about it.
Okay, man. Well, see, that's the thing. So the video that you made is out there now, so everybody wants to know what happened. I mean, like if you never talked about it, nobody would ever care. Just
Yeah, I know everyone wants to talk about it, but I'm just saying I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, but you talked
Like
about
I don't
it.
know what to say. Like I really have no idea how to answer. Like I don't feel like I should talk about it. Like
This really makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Did her family ever confront her on anything, or are they more like, let's just give her what she wants and keep her happy and out of our hair? Because just how she's behaving right now kind of gives me that feeling that she came from maybe that type of a dynamic. I don't know. What do you guys think? And I'm talking about Foodie Beauty.
I don't feel comfortable talking about it. I don't feel comfortable talking about I just don't want to like go into like what personally explain what sexually happened that made me think. Like nobody has a right to fucking tell you if
No one was asking you to describe the actual acts of sexual behavior that you guys got into. People are not. I don't even know where you got that from. That isn't even remotely what people are asking you. What they're asking you is, you put a video where you said that the claims are false and that he did not SA or DAU. Okay. They want to know. Just because it's deleted does not mean that conversation didn't happen. They want to know why. I mean, I gotta look it up. I gotta see what you could charge somebody with on that. All right, let's get back into it. Oh wait, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna move forward a little bit. So this is really interesting. I went on this website. It's a Canadian lawyer, and I'm sure with every area it's possibly different, but this is the Criminal Code of Canada. So it's called public mischief, is a distinct form of mischief that involves falsely reporting crimes to the police, resulting in unnecessary investigations, wasted public resources, and sometimes criminal charges being laid against innocent third parties. And then it says, generally speaking, public mischief charges are considered more serious and attract greater punishment for the first-time offenders than most regular mischief charges. And this is Toronto, the area. Crown attorney often seeks jail for first-time offenders charged with public mischief. Very interesting. So then I'm going to go to the other part. And then there's the question that they have on the site. What are the most common aggravating factors in public mischief cases? And I noticed number one, where it says an innocent person or persons to end up being arrested and charged with an offense more serious the offense, the more aggravating. So if you falsely accuse someone of something more serious, they look at that more seriously, even the false accusation. We can see here the seriousness of the crime for which the innocent person is being accused of is also relevant. It is worse to provide a false statement accusing someone of, you can read that, than of being a common nuisance. Cases that fall under S.141b are also inherently aggravating, especially if the accused is alleged to have fabricated a story to incriminate an innocent third party to escape personal persecution for a crime. Now let's go to the next section. So I thought this was really interesting. It says domestic dispute false reports. In DA, utter threats and mischief cases, often the police press charges solely based on a report or statement made by one's partner or spouse. Let's see. This will virtually always leads to a lengthy ban on contact and communication between the two parties. Potential punishment would be jail, probation, and a criminal record. Let's see. Okay. I think there was another part. Let me see. And finally, we can see here punishments and consequences for public mischief charges. As mentioned above, public mischief, even in the most minor of circumstances, is considered a serious criminal offense. The Crown Attorney's Office will almost always prosecute this crime heavily. Jail and a criminal record is often sought for first-time offenders charged with public mischief, even if they never been arrested before in their life. The potential punishment are detailed in Section 142 of the Criminal Code, which reads, "Everyone who commits public mischief is guilty of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 5 years, is guilty of an offense punishable on summary conviction." If the Crown elects to proceed by summary conviction, this means the maximum punishment is 6 months in a provincial jail. Otherwise, the maximum is 5 years by indictment. Additional fines and probation may also be imposed. Restrictions may also be sought to cover the cost of the offense to the taxpayers. There is no limit to how much restitution may be ordered against a defendant, but these amounts can easily range from thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like any other criminal offense, those charged also may find themselves being denied entry when attempting to travel to the United States and other countries, and have problems with their immigration applications to citizenship and immigration in Canada, and find themselves with a criminal record which may cause them to lose their job and be denied employment opportunities in the future. A crime record may also bar the accused from participation and membership for most regulated professions such as teaching, nursing, engineering, so on and so forth. That was interesting. That was very interesting. I don't know much about Canadian law, so that was interesting to read. So this part, Katie is talking about, I think it's Stephen and Chantal.
When I knew what he was doing was wrong, I knew in the moment everything was wrong, but I was so fucking smitten by him, I didn't want to look stupid in front of the fucking world or my own friends, for that matter.
Yeah, but that's my problem. Like, people hate him because of me. Like, because of me talking about him.
They don't hate him because of you. They hate him because of him. He has proven himself to not be a good person. He stabbed people, okay? He served time in a prison, I'm sure, okay? It'd be interesting. See, in the US, you can get all those information. It's all public information. I don't know how I haven't done any research, but I don't know how Canada is. God, I'm getting tired, but I want to go through this.
So it's like fucked up. Like, I don't know.
But here's the thing, I get what you're saying, but you can't come on. And I learned it too, dude. So I'm not trying to fucking beat down on you like you think I am. I'm just saying, if you tell like even a little piece of something like this, you better expect it to fucking blow up. That's what's going on now. And you're saying you don't even know the story. Fuck no, I don't know the story. I'm trying to get it from you, but then you're like, no, and here's a little bit, but no, and you pull back. So it's like frustrating. It's like, okay, well, what the fuck, dude?
Well, see, this is why I wanted to have him come on here too, just so we can get his side and hear what he has to say about it. But I understand if he's doing his own thing or whatever. Maybe he'll come on.
He wants
in the
me to come on live. He wants me to come on, and I haven't done this yet. And this is why it's like he won't go live with me really because I haven't officially publicly apologized.
Let me tell you something. When she says that he expects her to give some public apology, I feel sick to my stomach, okay? You don't owe him no public apology. If you want to apologize to him, you do that alone on your own time. He's a jerk for even thinking to suggest something like that. That's so degrading. So you must be into that level of degradation because I don't get it. I don't get it.
For talking about him and pressing charges and everything, but what about me? What about what happened to me? It doesn't matter. None of that.
Look, just say what the truth is. That's it. That's what matters. The truth. That's what matters.
Yeah, well, even if it makes someone look bad, I have that power, and I don't like having that fucking power.
What power? Oh boy.
That's it.
She'll start laughing soon. God, Chantal, you're so full of shit.
No wheelchairs, but no dashies for days.
You're so full of shit.
This is such bullshit.
It's so weird how she goes, I haven't had any wheelchairs, which, okay, we know what that is now. But she's still doing the vape. I don't understand. It's the same thing, Chantal. It's the same crap in it. Oh my God, she's so weird.
You got us all laughing. You were even laughing, dude.
Oh yeah, she's so full.
Like, how can we keep a straight face in this conversation?
No.
Call me a dick or whatever you want to. This is comical. The whole fucking thing. Oh my God, she even broke character.
Oh
no,
my
I'm
God.
not. This is my.
This is too good.
So, are you gonna go on stream with him?
Oh my God, and he will not stop talking about him getting on this video.
Well, she just said until she apologizes, he won't.
Oh, please.
And she's not going to apologize because she feels some sort of way about it. You know what I mean?
Look, when it comes to... I don't know if he's expecting apology because of how she's always been or if it's for this false accusation thing, but whatever. They need to do it in private. I don't need to hear it.
So I don't think so.
I think we should both go live together and talk about it together or
this would have been a perfect opportunity.
All right, guys, time to take a break. Get up on your feet, stretch, put your hands up in the air. That feels good. I need to get up off the desk and stretch. All right, guys, get into it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wait, I can't. Once you start seeing that fucking lip quiver, it's over. I'm cold. Okay, so we don't want to talk. We're not talking about that. What else is going on?
I think you said you were coming.
I'm tired of my fucking drama. Don't you have any? You always have some.
Well, stop putting it out there.
This way.
You've been pretty good recently. I don't think you really had that much drama going on.
Not internet. I've been laying low. I haven't been fucking around on the internet, dude. I've been living real life, getting over this shit. That's why I was late. I had to drive all the way out to Danville and pay off the rest of my probation. I went and pawned a ring just so that I had it all because I have my meeting this week. And I want to be released from it before I'm actually supposed to. And I have it all paid off, all my shit done, and I should, and let the cameras roll. And then you guys will see what's been going on. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of drama, dude. I'll tell you right now, it's a lot of drama. But I don't give a motherfucker. I'll show it all. But this is how I'm going to do it, guys. YouTube is not going to give me my fucking channel back. That's just all there is to it. So I'm going to keep making a channel. and they're gonna shut the channel down every time. So I'm gonna keep remaking them, and I'm gonna bring people, instead of doing like VIP, I'm gonna do an OnlyFans, and I'm gonna go
Do it.
live on Only.
There
Yeah,
you go.
fuck
Do
it.
it.
That's
Why
where the good
not?
shit's gonna be. Like when I go out and all the drama, the dating, dude. I have so much dating drama alone today. I wish I could fucking tell you, but I can't. Give me a week. And
All right.
then,
All right, guys, I'm going to end this here because I'm so tired. But I definitely wanted to get more into this video. We only got halfway through it, but she's just a total crankmeister in this. So let's end it here. Tell me what your thoughts are. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I tried to keep it at an hour. Take care, everybody.